Hello students, welcome back to my channel once again. So today we will be covering the CBSE board grade 10. The chapter is statistics. So this is going to be the fifth lecture. So in the previous four videos I explained the statistics and we have solved some problems and we also solved using mean and mode. Mean we have shown you that how to solve the mean in three different ways, that is direct method, assumed mean method, and the step deviation method. And also in the fourth video I showed you about the how to find the mode. Now in this session we are going to check how to solve the median value. Okay, so this is the median, to how to find the median. So let's take a look of it. So median, let us take the formula first. So the median formula is L plus N by 2 minus CF by F. CF means here it is cumulative frequency by F into H. I know that now, till now you couldn't understand anything. Don't worry, once we solve a particular problem, then it will be easier for you to understand. So now first let us take a look what these L, N, CF, what this means. I think you know F and H and L that we have already covered in mode. So but I will explain once again. Don't worry about that. If you don't remember, I will explain what is L, what is H and F and other terms. So in this case also, the classes must be continuous. So if the class interval is not continuous, then first we need to convert it to a continuous class interval. Then only we can solve the problem. So now let us again look at the formula over here. So median is equal to L plus N by 2 minus CF, that is the cumulative frequency, by F into H. So here L is the lower limit of the median class. In the previous video, we found out the modal class, right? So that because that is what we are trying to find, that is we trying to find the mode value. But in this case, we are trying to find the median value. So here L is the lower limit of the median class. Don't worry, I will explain how to find the median class. So once we solve the problem, I will explain each and everything properly. Now, N is the total frequency. CF is the cumulative frequency of the class preceding the median class. And F is the frequency of the median class. And H is the width of the class. Okay. Now, let us take our steps. I know when I explain the steps, it will be very difficult for you to understand. But don't worry again. Whenever we will start solving the problem, it will be super easy for you. Okay. So first step is find the value of the total frequency divided by 2, that is going to be the x. Then check the cumulative frequency less than type column for the value x. Then the third step is the cumulative frequency less than type which is greater than or equal to x. The corresponding class will be the median class. I know that you couldn't understand a single term over here. Let's solve a problem, then you can understand it. So in this question, the following table gives the distribution of the lifetime of 400 neon lamps. So lifetime in hours is given in the class interval and number of lamps are given. Find the median lifetime of a lamp. So let's take a look. Now first changing the data into continuous form. So if you take a look, here the class interval is given in the continuous form. So we don't need to change anything here. So we will copy the class interval as it is and also the frequency. Now how to find the cumulative frequency? So for the cumulative frequency means the addition of two subsequent frequencies. So in the first row, since this is the first frequency, so cumulative frequency will be 14 only. But for the second row, it will be 14 plus 56. Okay, we just need to keep on adding subsequent frequencies. Then you will get the cumulative frequency. So let's keep on adding the subsequent frequencies over here. Okay. So 70 plus 60, 130. Now in this way, let's keep on adding. Okay. So now finally we got the final last cumulative frequency as 400. So that is going to be the n over here. Okay. So n is what? N is the summation of all frequencies. So in the cumulative frequency, what we did? We keep on adding the subsequent frequencies. So whatever we got at the end, that is going to be the total of all frequencies. So that is the n over here. So here n by 2. So in the first formula I told you, first we need to find the half of n. So that is going to be the x. So 400 by 2 will be 200. Now which CF, which cumulative frequency is greater than or equal to 200? That you need to first find out. Okay. 200 means that is the n by 2. So that is 216. Right. So this is now this frequency we have to consider. So you remember the formula? So there we use the F. So F is going to be this one now. So whatever cumulative frequency will having the value greater than n by, just greater than n by 2. And this class interval will be the median class over here. So this 200 lies in the class 3000 to 3500. So median class is 3000 to 3500. Now what is cumulative CF? So CF will be the median, just the preceding cumulative frequency of the median class. So since 216 we have considered that one. So the previous one will be 130, that is the cumulative frequency. So now here L is the lower limit of the median class, that is 3000. H is the subtraction of two subsequent lower limits of the class interval. So 2000 minus 1500, that is 500. Now F is here 86. CF is 130. Now put all these values in the formula. Okay. So L plus n by 2 minus CF by F into H. So 3000. Now put all these values over here. Now 86 into H, that is 500 is not written over here. It should be 200 in the previous step. 200 minus 130 by 86 into 500. Okay, so that into 500 is missing in this step. So while you are solving in your copy, you should mention that. Okay. Now if you multiply that value, so 70 into 500. So it is covering 17,500. So 70 into 500. Okay. So that is 70 into 500 is 35,000. Now 35,000 by 86, if we do simplification, it will come 17,500 by 43. Now if we do the fraction decimal division, you will get this value. So the final median is 3406.98. Okay, so that is in the question it is lifetime, that is given in hours. So 3406.98 hours. Okay, so that is the median. Hope now it is you can understand what cumulative frequency is, what is F and all. Okay, how to find the median class and all. So if you have still any doubt, don't worry, just go back and watch it again, then you can easily understand. Now let us solve another problem. The lengths of 40 leaves of plant are measured correct to the nearest millimeter, and the data obtained is presented in the following table. Okay, so here it is given length in millimeter, that is class interval is given, number of leaves is given. Okay, so find the median length of the leaves. So let us take a look at how to solve this. So what do we need to find? So we need to find the median length, right? So now first, what is the criteria we need to check? We have to check that if the class is continuous or not. So is the class continuous class? No, because if you take a look at the class, so it starts from 118 to 126. In the continuous class, in the next row, it should start from 126. But in this case, it is given as 127. So there is a gap between the upper limit of the previous class to the lower limit of the subsequent class, right? So that's why it is not a continuous class. So let us change the data in the continuous form first. Okay. So how to do that? So to change the data needs to be converted to continuous classes for finding the mean, since the formula assumes continuous classes. Okay. So the classes then change to 170. Okay. So let me explain how we are going to change. I know that you have solved this problem in your grade 9. But if you don't remember, let me remind you once again that how to convert a discontinuous class to a continuous class. So first thing we need to check over here, what is the gap between two subsequent class interval. Okay. So if you take a look here in the first class, it is mentioned 118 to 126. And in the next class, it is mentioned as 127 to 135. So what is the difference? So 126 and 127, what is the difference? That is only one gap. Okay. Now if you take a look, you will see that in every class interval, you will get only one gap. Okay. So now first thing what we need to do, we have to divide it. Okay. So first we have to divide it by 2. So 1 divided by 2 is 0.5. Now first what we need to do, since 0.5, now we need to subtract 0.5 from the lower limit and add 0.5 to the upper limit of each class interval. So now let's take a look. So 118 minus 0.5, that is going to be 117.5, and 126 plus 0.5, that is going to be 126.5. Okay, now let's take a look at the next class interval. So 127. So 127 minus 0.5, that is going to be 126.5. And 135 plus 0.5, that is going to be 135.5. So now if you check that each class interval is now continuous, because 117.5 to 126.5, then we have 126.5 to 135.5. So in this way it keeps on going. Okay. So now let's take a look what will be the new class interval after converting into the contiguous class. So this is going to be the new class interval. Okay. Now let's feed all the frequencies over here that is given in the question. Now find out the cumulative frequency. So just keep on adding 3 plus 5. So let us do subsequent addition. Okay. Finally we got 40. So n is 40 over here. Okay. Now first we need to find out n by 2. That is going to be 20. Right. So now identify the cumulative frequency which is greater than or equal to 20. So if you take a look, 29 is just greater than 20. So that is going to be the F in that row, that is going to be the F value. So F is 12 over here, and the corresponding class will be the median class over here. So 144.5 to 153.5, that is going to be the median. Okay. Now, so this 20 lies in class 144.5 to 153.5. So this is the median class. Okay. Now what will be the CF? CF will be just the previous cumulative frequency of the median class. So here it will be 17. Okay. So now, and what is L? L is the lower limit of the median class. So it is 144.5. What is H? H is the height class width, right? H is here not height. H is class width over here. So that is the difference between the two consecutive class interval lower limits. Okay, so let's subtract that. 126.5 minus 117.5. which comes 9. And F is already we know 12. Now put all this, and CF also we know that is 17. Now what will be the median? Let's put it all the values in the formula. L plus N by 2 minus CF by F into H. So now 144.5 by plus 20 minus 17 by 12 into 9. So let's calculate 3 by 12 into 9. Let's do the division, and final value we got is 146.75. So 146.75 millimeter. Okay, now let's take a look at the next problem. A life insurance agent found the following data for distribution of age of 100 policy holders. Calculate median age if policies are given only to the persons having age of 18 years onwards but less than 60 years. Okay, so the table is given, the class interval and the frequencies. But in this case, it is quite different. The class interval is not properly given. It is given in the form of below, like this. Okay. So whenever we have a below type question or above type of question, then first let us understand how we are going to solve, going to convert it to a corresponding class interval. Okay. So here the age is given in the below word, right? So below 20, below 25. So in this way. So now what will be the class interval? So below 20, if you take a look, so if you take a look at the table given, age in years, that is below 20, below 25. Okay, now if you take a look at the two subsequent, so there is a gap between 5, right? 20, 25, 30, 35. So each has having a 5 gap. So we will keep the class interval where the class size will be of 5. Okay. So below 20 means here 20 is the upper limit. So what will be the class interval? So it should the class size should be 5. So it will start from 15. So 15 to 20. So in the next is below 25. Below 25 means it will start from 20 to 25. Below 30 means 25 to 30. So in this way we keep on converting it into the corresponding class interval. Okay. Now we have converted all this into the corresponding class interval. Now let's find the cumulative frequency. Okay, so here it is written wrong. This is given as, okay, now this is not wrong. Okay, so here if you take a look, the frequency is given. Okay, now what is, if you take a look at the frequencies, okay, so below 20 or below 25, whenever this type of data is given, na, always it is given in the form of cumulative frequency. Why? Let me explain. So below 20, there are two people. Okay, below 25 means it also includes below 20 people as well as the people between 20 to 25. So that's why it is always going to be the cumulative frequency. Now if we take a look below 30 means what? Below 30 means the people below 20, people within the range of 20 to 25, and also 25 to 30. So that all the people comes under below 30 range. So that's why whenever we have a below kind of range, below or above kind of range, so that means it is always given in the form of cumulative frequency. Okay, so here it is given in the cumulative frequency. So what we need to do, we need to find the frequency. So how to find the frequency over here? So it's very easy. So first, in the first row, it will the whatever be the cumulative frequency, that is going to be the frequency. Now, how to find the next frequency? We have to just subtract the cumulative frequency from the next one to the previous one. So 6 minus 2, we will get the frequency. Similarly, 26 minus 6, we will get the frequency. Okay. So in this way, if we keep on subtracting the subsequent frequencies, cumulative frequencies, we will get the corresponding frequency. Okay. I hope it is clear to you to find how to find the frequency over here. No, now here it is pointed that 33 will be the F, but don't worry. I know that when that comes up in your mind, why 33? Okay, so I will explain why we have chosen the F as 33 over here. So in the next slide, I will show you how we have chosen over here. Okay, now what we find out, we know the class intervals, we also know the frequency, right? And we also know the cumulative frequencies. Now, what is our first action to do? That is, we need to find out the n by 2 value. That is 100 by 2, that is going to be 50. Okay. So now, which CF, cumulative frequency or CF, which CF just greater than or equal to 50? So that is 78, which is just greater than 50. So that row will be the frequency that we have considered, that is going to be the F, and the corresponding class, median class, will be that class, right? So 50, which lies in the class of 5 to 40. So median class is 35 to 40. Now cumulative frequency of the class preceding the median class, that we know that is going to be the CF. So here 45 is the CF. And what is the L? That is the lower limit of median class. That is 35 over here. What is H? That is the lowest difference of lower limit of the subsequent class interval. So that is going to be the 5. Okay, because 20 minus 15. F is already 33, we know. CF is 45. Now put all these values in the formula. That is L plus N minus N by 2 minus CF by F into H. So now put all these values over here. So the final median we got is 35.76. Okay. Okay, so now let us take a look at the next problem. If the median of the following frequency distribution is 28.5, find the missing frequencies. Okay, so in this question is a bit different from the previous questions. So here there are two frequencies that are missing, but here what is given? The median is given. Okay, so we need to find these two missing frequencies, that is F1 and F2. So this question is a 4 marks type of question. So let us take a look. First we are going to check if it is continuous or not. Yeah, it is continuous. So you just directly copy the class interval. Now number of frequency. So that frequency we will copy. Now we have to do the cumulative frequency. So cumulative frequency, we know that just keep on adding to subsequent frequencies, we will get the cumulative frequency. So first one will be same 5, then we will have 5 plus F1, then we have 5 plus F1 plus 20. So that is 25.F1. So in this way, if you keep on adding, we will get the cumulative frequencies. Okay. So this is going to the last frequency. So n is the whatever you get from the cumulative frequency, the last value is going to be the n over here. But if you take a look, here n is also given. Okay. So here total frequency that is given as 60. That is the n. So here n is 60. So n by 2 is equal to 60 by 2. That is going to be the 30 over here. Now median is also given, that is 28.5. Okay. Now which is lies in the class of 20 to 30. So median is 28.5. So that means it lies in which class interval? That is in the class interval of 20 to 30. So that is going to be the median class. Right? Now 20 to 30 is the median class. So what will be the lower limit of this median class? That is 20. So L is 20 over here. What is CF? CF is, we know that the preceding cumulative frequency of the median class. So in this case, 5 plus F1, that is going to be the CF. And what is F? F is the frequency of the median class. So that is 20. What is H? H is the difference between the lower limit up to subsequent class intervals. So 10 minus 0 or 10, 20 minus 10, you will get always the same answer, that is 10. So now put everything in this formula, and also we will put the median formula, median value. So that is 28.5 equal to, now L n by 2 CF F and H. So put all everything together. Now it is forming an equation. So let's first simplify it. So now solve this equation. Okay, I think it is self-explanatory, so I don't need to explain it, how to solve this equation. So F1 is coming 8. Okay. Now what is F2? So if you take a look at the previous table, that 45 plus F1 plus F2, that is the last cumulative frequency. That is going to be the N. In the earlier examples, problems, we have seen that, right? So that means F45 plus F1 plus F2 will be 60 over here. Now we know the value of F1. So we can just put that value of F1 and we will get the value of F2. Okay. So F1 is 8 and F2 is 7. So these are the two missing frequencies. Okay. Hope this is clear to you, because I'm showing you the different type of problems that may come in your exam from this median topic. Okay. So each and every problem is very much important. If you can't understand, just go back and you can rewatch it once again. I hope then you will be able to watch it. It will be clear to you. Okay. Now let us take the look at the next problem. If the median of the following data is 32.5, find the missing frequencies. So this is also 4-mark question. The class interval is given and the frequencies are given, but there are two frequencies that are missing, that is F1 and F2. So let's just copy the class interval as well as the frequencies. Now find the cumulative frequency. So just keep on adding the subsequent frequency, you will get the cumulative frequency. Okay, so this is the final cumulative frequency we got, and here n is given as 40. Okay, so now what will be the n by 2? That is 40 by 2 is equal to 20. And median is given 32.5. So let us check it lies in which class interval. That is in the class interval of 30 to 40. So 30 to 40 is the median class now. Okay. Now what will be the L? That is the lower limit of median class. That is going to be 30 over here. CF is the cumulative frequency of the previous class class interval, cumulative frequency of the median class. CF is the cumulative frequency of the preceding median class, right? So that is going to be 14 plus F1, because 30 plus 40, 30 to 40 is the median class over here. And F is going to be the frequency of the median class. So that is 12 over here. And H is the difference between the two subsequent lower limits of the class interval. So 10 minus 0, that is 10. Now put the median value and all the other values in the formula. Okay. So now let's solve this equation. Okay. You can use your own way of solving. So now finally we got F1 equal to 3. Okay. Now what will be the F2? If you take a look at the table, that the last cumulative frequency is 31 plus F1 plus F2, and we know that that is going to be the total frequency, that is N. So that is equal to 40. Now we just put the value of F1 in this equation. Okay. And finally we get the value of F2. So the missing frequencies are F1 equal to 3 and F2 equal to 6 over here. Hope it is clear to you. Okay, so that's all for today. So we have solved couple of problems using median. Okay, so now that's the end of this topic. So if you like my video, please hit the like button. If you have any comments like you could not understand any problem that I have explained, or any other problems that you have come up while solving different problems, then you can put that question in the comment section. I will try to come up with another video for that. Okay. And if you like my video, please share this with your friends so that they can also watch and they can learn. And if you want to get notification for the future videos that I'm going to post, then you have to subscribe to my channel. So for that, you just need to press the bell icon. Okay. So there will be there will be other videos that will be coming up in the statistics chapter. Okay. So just follow my channel, keep on subscribing, then you will get the notification. Okay. That's all for today. Bye bye.